medical emergency.
My mommy and daddy are having a fight. Stop it!
Okay, don't cry. We're going to send the police.
Okay. My mom is going outside. Mama, go! The police, mommy!
Hello? Shit.
Nobody asks to be traumatized. Nobody asks to experience a crisis. And at some point, we as a community have to recognize that we have a responsibility to reach out to those who are experiencing crises and trauma, to include those who are homeless.
Life is hard enough, I think, for all of us, and to understand that there's this underbelly of society that is really struggling every day is not something people want to think about. But that's why we're here. That's why we do what we do.
When we first started out, we were a pilot project. It was about trying something new because the traditional method didn't work. And we went out to those who were experiencing psychiatric crises, adults and children. And then from there, it was a natural growth into those who were struggling with trauma. And instead of expecting that they would come to us, we went to them. And that's at the core of every program that we provide.
We recognize when someone's homeless, they need help. So we're going to go out to them. And we're not going to go out to them with some expectation that they're going to do A, B, or C because we think that's what they should do. We're going to go out to them just because we want to help with whatever they'll accept.
Where are you staying right now?
Out here.
Out here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ending homelessness is in reach. You're not just throwing money at a problem that's not going to get any better. You're not just maintaining the status quo. That today there are real interventions that really work, and if it was funded fully, you could end it. There's not many social problems you can say that about.
So, how's it going at your place?
Good.
Francine was psychotic. Okay.
Well, there was a lot of bad things that happened to me as a child growing up. Life wasn't easy.
And she needed help, medication-wise and with a housing situation.
You can't get no better than that. These people come and get you, they go in the streets and get people off the street. And they treat you with respect here. They teach you how to clean, they teach you how to cook. If you don't know how to do it, they help you. I've never seen this much love in my life.
My patience is long, okay, and understanding is great for the individual that comes in.
The most important task that we have with any person that we serve is creating that relationship, is to foster trust, which will enable someone who is homeless or who is challenged with trauma or crisis to believe that we are there to help them.
Crisis Services, how can I help you?
She said, I'm not suicidal now, but I might get to that point if I have to stay here alone.
We're looking for calls from people who are in distress before they do something that they can't take back, that is going to change their lives or someone else's life forever.
He said he wished he could die before.
Anyone can go through a bad time in their life and need to reach out for help, and I think our agency is dedicated to reaching out to people, going out to see them. Most of our work isn't office-based, it's in the community, it's in the field.
They come out 24/7 for us. They care. They're going to go out and be on the front lines with us. They understand what they need to do, and they understand what this person's going through.
Our front line looks like either a scene of domestic violence or a homicide or a suicide.
We need them, and I think the benefits of having them out there, it's invaluable.
The incident happened on June the 6th. It was a transition that none of us was prepared for. So
you're trying to manage all these systems and maneuver things, and you've just had this horrible loss.
The agency took me through the steps, how to get legal custody of my grandchildren. I didn't have a clue. There was money involved that I didn't have. They helped me through that process, which was a blessing.
Nothing in this agency, nothing ever comes before client care. Nothing.
It was gonna be okay. And so far, with the help of them, it has been.
What's unique about this agency is there's an energy, there's a positive energy that somehow pervades everything that happens. Seeing the sickest of the sick, the worst off financially, socially of any patients that we deal with in our community, and yet nobody leaves there without some sense of hope or hopefulness.
There are no other agencies in this community that do what we do. There is no one that goes out on the front line the way that we do to get to those who are in so much despair, whose lives have been so devastated, and begin to work with them towards healing, regaining hope, and recovery.
I came a long mighty way. People wouldn't think I would never make it out the hospital, but I made it. That's all. I made it. I made it. I made it.